Hello friends and welcome back to our little coffee club. So I just finished recording last week's video. So, I'm gonna have to split that up. It's just gonna be way too long. I'm gonna pull another shot because I still wanna have my Cortado. So you guys see here the little shot glass we pulled. If you haven't seen last week's video, watch last week's video. I pulled a spectacular shot with, once again, the Hinterhoff coffee that I brought back from Louisville, Kentucky. So I answered some viewer questions, and that video is probably really long, but it was a good time. So today, let's get right into it. Let's go to the other counter. I really want to make my Cortado, and yeah, let's pull some espresso. All right, here we go. So I just finished having one of the most wonderful shots of espresso like ever. And now I'm getting into Nicoletti, man. Here we go. Here we go with Nicoletti. Yeah, guys, I bought this Nicoletti sampler pack from Amazon. It did not turn out to be great. Okay, so this is a skip. Okay, so if you want suggestions for a dark roast, like something like this, comment below and I'll give you some suggestions. This is probably a skip for sure. But, I have these bags, which I have to, I could still, for milk drinks, it's doable. It does give you a beautiful shot. You guys will see in a minute. The coffee is freshly roasted. It looks like a very nice, even roast, and the beans look good, everything, but it just doesn't taste. There's something wrong. I don't know what, it did say it's a Robusta Arabica blend. I don't want to blame it on the fact that it's Robusta, but maybe there's different qualities of it, or maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know how they got it so wrong. This bag is not so bad, and I tend to use most of it probably with my mocha pot, and so it'll be fine. I'll be okay. I'm just whining. Let's move on with the show. But I do want to mention, because I don't want you guys to see it here and then you get some of this and you're very disappointed. So yeah, this is a skip. But since I have it, we're gonna use it for a Cortado right now. So here we go. It's a shame. I really wanted to like it, but it's just the flavor profile of these 3 bags of coffee is not my thing, man. It's not my thing at all. All right, 18 grams. They call this a light roast, and if you want to see the roast level of it, check out last week's video. But supposedly this is their light roast. Oh, this coffee always has a lot of retention because it's somewhat oily and it sticks to the inside of my, oh, let me go even more than that, because I mean, let's face it, it's Nicoletti and it's Nicoletti, and The Duo is clean. I just cleaned it out for the coffee I pulled just before this one because I wanted it to be immaculate and give me the best possibility of having a spectacular shot from the last week's coffee, which is spectacular, and I was able to do that. So I'm so happy that I did it the way I did it because it was a spectacular shot. You want to see that? Check out last week's video. But again, this one's gonna look spectacular. It's just not gonna taste spectacular. Spectacular. But all right, I have 19.5, 19.4, something like that. Let's see what we get out. Be expecting like maybe a gram of retention. All right, let's see. Oh wait, grind size. This one was different. Let me double check because I have it written down. Give me a second. All right, so I looked it up. So to get the best shot from this coffee, or the best out of whatever the best we could call the best, but whatever, to get like the best result from this coffee, I need to grind it at grind size 9. Okay, I want to be very accurate, so I got it at grind size 9, and you know the temperature on the Bianca needs to be as low as possible. Okay, so that being 80. So you know, maybe today we'll but everybody that's on this channel knows how to. If you want to know how to use your LCC or getting into some of the menus, comment below and I'll bring it up on another video. But most of the people watching here, if you have a Bianca, you already know how to do this. I'm sure you could teach me a whole bunch of things. So, but if there's somebody new or somebody that wants to know about settings and how to get into the settings, comment below. We'll touch on it again in another video. So you guys let me know. All right, but right now, just keep in mind, this is as cool as you can make the machine. Okay, so the brew boiler temperature is 80 and my brew temperature offset is to a minus 25, which that probably does nothing, but it gives us the best chance of pulling the best possible shot from this, so all right, so grind size 9, it should be dialed in for this coffee, and it should give us about somewhere around 30 to 35 second shot, and at this temperature it's the best result you're gonna get from this. Oh, another thing is that we only pull a 7-bar shot. We get less pressure, you're gonna get less extraction, guys. So at 7 bars, you'll get less extraction, and from this, you don't want to extract everything out. Believe me, that's you're gonna get the best result right there. At least that's what I've been able to do. So let's grind this and see what kind of retention we get from it. Okay, so my workflow on the Duo, okay, I leave the switch on and then I hit the bellows on top. I leave the bellows in here all the time because it fits perfectly, okay? And it stops the pop coating from happening. If you have a niche Duo, you get a lot of little chips that fly out. Well, this will stop that from happening, and then you can just use it as soon as you're done with grinding your beans. I close it, I go a second time. I do the little bellows again, I close it. And as you can see, I tap the spout like my buddy Angel says, because sometimes there's coffee that's kind of stuck on the spout, and when you tap it, it falls out. And now let's see what kind of retention we had. So we started at like 19.5. And look, like almost like a whole gram. I knew it. I knew it. You get this Nicoletti, man, never fails. So we're gonna adjust. Well, that's too much. Oh, there you go. Perfect. 18 grams. Let's do some puck prep. Come on, Nicoletti. Oh man, Nicoletti. What are we gonna do? Okay, we always fluff it up in the cup. Let's make sure in the event that there are any clumps, this will take care of it. Okay, I just pulled a shot, as you guys know from last week's video, which this is the same brew session. I just kind of, I split it up because You know, the rest of this was like really long. I've been recording like, I don't know, I started this like hours ago. So you guys don't know. But yeah. So I just pulled a shot. So that's why now well, I've been talking for so long that it would have gotten hot anyway. But I always run hot water, make sure that this gets up to temperature again, and I leave the puck screen inside of it so everything's hot. Oh, Nicoletti looking good. But see, man, right there, like the aroma, like, I'm sorry, fragrance first. Okay, so the fragrance, that's the dry smell of the coffee, right? The fragrance, I mean, the red bag is even worse, it's even worse. But this is not great, man. It's not great. You go from this that we just ground just previously to this one. Oh my God, it's a world of difference. There's just like, there's no comparison. All right, but anyway, what are we gonna do? You know, the very first video as to this Nicoletti experience has not posted yet. I've already recorded like 4 or 5 videos showing this coffee. And I don't know what you guys' opinion is, and what you're gonna, like what I'm gonna read in the comments from the previous experiences to this one. But here we are once again with Nicoletti. Oh man, you know, I'm gonna have to order a different, like, darker roast coffee, because I can't. I mean, I'm gonna drink the Nicoletti one way or another, because it's not. Oh my God, I can't stop laughing. Look, it's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad. In the mocha pot, it's kind of doable. And as espresso, like a straight shot, no, don't do it. But with milk, it's kind of doable once again. So, and I never drink straight like mocha pot coffee. I do the mocha pot to mix with milk. So those are the times when I don't want to start up the espresso machine and I'm in a hurry. So the mocha pot, I don't have to worry about cleaning it or anything. I just leave it in the sink and get to it whenever I get back. So, okay, so as far as this, we're gonna do passato, and we're gonna do the Italian style of tamping. So let me refocus. All right, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Italian style of tamping, but they tend to just kind of like go like this, and they're done. Okay, so you know the whole thing about 20 bar, 30 bar, they don't do any of that. This is enough. Let me make sure it's level. I think it's level. Now, for sure, it's easier to get a level tamp when you tamp this way. So maybe that's why they do it. And from what we've seen so far, you kind of build the same amount of pressure. And we're gonna do that. That's, again, one of the experiments why I'm gonna save the red bag of coffee so we can do the experiments. That's one of them. Okay, we're gonna tamp like that, and we're gonna tamp hard and see if there's any difference at all in the timing or the pressure that we seem to be building. I don't think so. I think maybe there'll be a small difference, but at best, okay, or no difference. And yeah, most of the pressure that you're building as you're pulling the shot comes from the grind size, and it has very little to do with the way you're tamping. So now one thing I am noticing, and I am part of this experiment, is that my suspicion that by tamping this way, you are more likely to get channeling than by tamping hard. That's one thing that I think maybe so, but we're gonna keep playing with this idea and see what happens. Okay, I see my tamp was not perfect, but you know, it's not bad. Let's lock in and pull our shot in. I mean, this is dialed in, so this should work. We'll see. Again, we're dealing with Nicoletti, so no. Oh, I remember. Let's run it. Let's flush it. Make sure the water is at a good temperature. You guys know my opinion of this, but all right, why not? Again, if I remember, I will do it. Okay, we're locked and loaded. Let's pull a shot. All right, since we're not pulling a Slayer shot, today we're gonna be on the time more. If you've been watching all the videos, you know the reason for that. All right, here we go. Okay, now, I love this little scale, but if the shots flow very, very slow. Like sometimes on those Slayer shots, it's very, very trickling very little. Sometimes the scale glitches out and it just stops timing. So that's the reason. But with this shot, which is gonna be just up to 7 bars and hopefully like a 30-second shot, it's gonna flow fast and we don't have to worry about that it works every time. It has the automatic espresso function, which I love using. Now when I put the cup, it tears by itself and then it will time, it will start by itself when it senses the coffee, and it will time your shot and weigh your shot all at the same time. So all you can concentrate on just doing your flow control, or if you have it, or doing whatever it is you're doing, you know, just starting and stopping your machine. And I see where the cup, this combination of this taller cup with a little bit taller scale blocks a little bit of the bottom shot, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna push through. So I have everything running. Here we go. Okay, so again, the idea is to go to 7 bar, nice and slow, and pulling like a 30-second shot. So I start with the paddle here at 5 o'clock. Then I can close it down a little bit so I can control how fast the pressure is coming in. So it ramps up slow. Again, we want to level it off at 7 bar. And I'm looking for 45 grams out. So 18 grams in and 45 out, a 1 to 2.5 ratio. So it's right there at 7 bar. And wow, it probably from the bottom, this espresso always looks freaking great. You would think it would be delicious, but the looks could be deceiving. Okay, so look, 38 seconds, 27 since first drip, and 38 seconds overall. So the shot kind of started slow, and I like that. So those out of control shots are just horrible. You don't want that. But yeah, it pretty much, this is perfect, as good as you could do with this coffee. As good as you could do with Nicoletti. So let me stir it, taste it, and then we're gonna put a Cortado together. So do I wanna taste just a straight shot? Yes, I do. I'll do it for you guys. Let me stop one of the cameras. All right, I should have used the other, I'm making a Cortado, so I went straight here. But to show you guys how beautiful, this pulls the most beautiful shots ever. They just, the flavor of the coffee is just not all there, at least not for me. But wow, look at the crema. It just looks beautiful, Man, the first time I saw it, I thought, oh, wow, maybe this is gonna be a game changer. But yeah, it was, but not in a good way. All right, let's taste it. All right, cheers. Yeah, you see the aroma. So the fragrance is the dry smell of the coffee. The aroma is the wet smell of the coffee. So the aroma is just not all there, man. I don't know, man, what it is. It's some woodiness to it, some mossiness, some like, just not very, it's not my thing. Cheers. And that same thing translates to the flavor, It's just, wow, I don't know what it is, what kind of beans these people use. I don't know, but this is balanced and it's as good as you could get it, okay? It's not bitter. It's obviously you're not gonna get any kind of sourness from this, man. It's like, this coffee's too dark. So for milk, I like having a dark roast on hand, just a different kind of dark roast. But yeah, this is as good as you could get this. Okay, that will do. Let's go ahead and steam some milk, put a Cortado together. It'll be fine. We'll be good. All right, give me a second. All right, guys, it is what it is. Man, I can't believe it. I forgot to hit record. I did not get this on film. And this is one of the most beautiful latte arts I've ever done. One of the most beautiful latte arts I've ever done. This heart came out just the way I wanted it. You could see the separation is beautiful. You can see the heart in a heart. You can see the wiggles and the lines that it created. Oh man, this one is gorgeous. And I did not get it on camera. Wow, I can't. I forgot to hit record. I had the camera in place, everything, the beautiful angle like I always do. And just, what are we gonna do? It is what it is, man. All right, let me get a picture for the gram. This one's beautiful. Man, what a bummer. I didn't get I didn't get that on the camera. Man, what a fail. What a fail. You would think I would have, after like 300 videos, I would have this all figured out. And then you guys want me to go ahead and do lives. Come on, man. We'll see how that goes. We're still gonna do it, but we'll see how that goes. All right, let's taste it. Let's taste it. I know it's Nicoletti, man, but look at how beautiful. I mean, Nicoletti gives you a beautiful shot, and it's it's nice dark roast. So the contrast, today's just it all came together. But the flavor, well, usually I always say that's the main thing, and here it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the main thing. The main thing today. All right, cheers. When you mix it with milk, it's okay, man. It's definitely doable. And for the mocha pot, I will go ahead and use this coffee definitely for the mocha pot. Last week's video, I mentioned that I am gonna order, now this coming week, I'm gonna order a coffee from Manhattan, which I promised we would review here on the channel. And I'm gonna also finally get around to reviewing the coffee from Colores. I know you guys don't know about that. That is something particular here to Miami, but you could order it. Obviously, there's a website and everything, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that next time, but once I receive it. But yeah, let me have another little bit. Man, the texture of the milk is perfect. Today I did a good job with the steaming. It was so easy. When the foam flows out like that, just when you guys couldn't see any of that, I can't. No, pasado. Man, I didn't get any of it, and it was wow. If I would have somebody like holding on the because you wouldn't have seen that kind of detail. But if I would have somebody that could help me, like camera woman, but camera woman usually when I record these videos, she either stepped out or she's doing something, or so she's not here to hold the camera. But maybe I could have set it up in the tripod. Today I wish I would have done that. Somehow gotten the milk pouring out over the coffee and the lines just beautifully growing, like the way you see on people doing that on Instagram, and you're like, wow, how they make it look so easy. But today it was like that. It was just flowing. The texture of the milk was perfect. Wow. So yeah, soon we'll have some new specialty coffee to talk about here on the channel. There's also a couple of experiments that we're gonna be running, right? Like the one with the Taming hard versus Taming Italian style. We'll see how that goes. Of course, we're gonna eventually get into the videos from Amsterdam. I'm sure by the time you see this, I'm already back, and I probably already recorded the first couple of videos as to that experience. And I intend to bring some beans back from the trip and try something special from out there and see what the Amsterdam, there's a couple of coffee shops that I'm really interested in visiting. There's a one in particular, but there's a couple of them that I really want to go to, and hopefully we find them and we can visit them and buy some beans. All right, so if you guys want to see the beginning to this brew session today that I've been at it for quite a while, check out last week's video, okay? Check out last week's video, and remember to drop in and say hello, leave me at least an emoji. Really appreciate it to see you guys. If I see you drop in the comments and leave me an emoji, I know you watched the video and maybe you had a laugh or something, positive from it. And it keeps me encouraged in making these. I really sometimes do need a little bit of encouragement, because, filming myself making coffee every weekend is like, gosh, like people actually want to see this. So the fact that I see that there is a few folks out there that enjoy the content, and, I keep you company for an hour or so and we hang out, and then, the engagement in the comments or on Instagram, I really appreciate all of that. I really do. It really helps. So drop in and say hello. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys, my little coffee family here on YouTube. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys next Sunday. One last thing I forgot to mention. One last thing. I know this video, today's video probably ended up being somewhat short, or maybe really short, like 20 minutes or so. I'm sorry guys. But again, I have to have a lot of videos ready for the upcoming trip, and I'm not gonna be able to record for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. There's a couple of things going on that is gonna keep me from being able to edit these videos, and because of that, I have to always have some videos ready so that I never miss a Sunday upload. You guys know I've been consistent now for like 3 years. Every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. you get a new video from me, and I don't wanna miss an upload, so therefore I have to have a lot of videos ready, because in the event that I can't record and edit for 2 or 3 weeks, then unless I have a lot of videos ready, I just won't be able to. So that's why I had to maybe make this video shorter. But thank you again for watching, guys. I'll see you next Sunday.